Welcome back to the Rock and Roll impromptu show tonight. Um, Stevie's been so generous all the time with his time, and I had to cancel last week. And this week I wasn't sure about certain things, so I said, "Are you available in like 15 minutes?" And he said, "Yep." That's a good friend, man.
There we go.
And if he had said no, I'd have been like, "I understand." But thank you, Steve, for coming on tonight in this short notice. I said I didn't have time to give him time in the bullpen to get some throws in. But we wanted to come on also tonight was AEW just had a pay-per-view today, so we're going to talk about it a little. Full disclosure, neither one of us saw it. I was at a little convention today. Steve was doing his thing, but we'll just go through some of the results and what we think of it. Our opinion of where AEW sits now after a couple good pay-per-views, but some other questionable things going on. And WWE's been in the news with some crazy news. We'll give our take on that. It's not going to be the longest show ever tonight. We just wanted to come in and just show our faces and just talk, get caught up. So, Steve, let's just go over some of the key matches on the show. We're not going to go through everyone.
I like that you put out the full disclosure that we're not going to come on here and lie and act like we watched the show and it was the greatest thing ever. I'll just start it off by just saying, like, I thought about ordering this show for less than a second. We know that, like, AEW puts on good pay-per-views. It's not like we're too cheap to pay the $50 or whatever it was. But to me, honestly, like, I just don't really know anything that's going on with the company. Yeah. And it might be a good show, but they didn't have that, like, urge that make you want to watch.
No, and we're going to talk about it later, but I'll just say it now. TV is supposed to get you in the door to either want to go or pay for a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done that lately. But that being said, we'll talk about that more after. Let's just go over some of the key matches because we're here for that. We're just going to report it like we're ESPN or whatever network.
ESPN did a rundown on SmackDown on Friday?
Now there's a rumor. We'll get into it. Man. We'll get into it. All right, let's just do AEW quick because we'd be wrong if we didn't talk about it. Just the key matches. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage won. It's good to see them back together, in my opinion. We knew it was going to happen, but we're glad we did.
Mercedes. I heard the kid's hurt. Nick Wayne. I heard he hurt his foot.
Yeah, they beat Kip Sabian and Killswitch.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so Mercedes Moné won today. What a shocker! As our friend Omar said, Mercedes Hogan. I can't say that. Sorry anymore. I miss you, Hulk. Okada defeated my boy Swerve. Okay, let's do something with him. Timeless Tony Storm defeated Athena. Hangman defeated MJF, which I heard was a great match. And the Golden Lovers in another crazy let's risk everything we have match defeated the Death Riders.
If we go back to a few months ago when we were going bananas over Ospreay not getting the win over Adam Page to be the guy to go to all in and fight for the championship against Moxley, like, I wonder if they knew then that something was wrong with Ospreay's neck and it didn't look 100%, and maybe like the word just came down, you got to get that thing fixed, because it still doesn't make sense to me why he wasn't the guy. And this is the first thing that's popped up that's like, oh, this might be why they didn't go with him there.
It makes sense, but I'm over that now. I mean, if that's the case with Ospreay, it makes sense. We're not backstage.
Mm-hmm.
But Hangman's delivered in this role now. And he is over big time. So you can't question it if it's working, in my opinion. You can say it wouldn't be my first choice, but it's working. So I give him credit, and that build up with Moxley was fantastic going into All In, and his MJ, he's doing great. So in my opinion, so I don't have a problem with it anymore. I can say I was wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just like another regular show. I had flashbacks because last year at this time I was there at this time of year. I had been in Dublin the day before, and I went to it was All In, and I just had flashbacks today saying, oh my God, if this was a year ago, I'd have been there. But I can't say I have FOMO right now for not being there. But that being said, it looked like my issue with AEW is They do a wonderful job on their pay-per-views, but they don't get me in the door for them. And then I'll watch the highlights on YouTube or Twitter, and I say, okay, this looked really cool, and then I go on to whatever else I was doing.
Yeah.
So I wish they would improve TV, but the longer you go without watching something, the harder it is to get you back in.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm trying to think how many. It's been a while since I watched an AEW pay-per-view. It's been even longer since I paid for one. I don't know. I mean, I didn't even have the urge to try and fire up the Fire Stick and see if I could watch it on that thing. It just wasn't. Right. They're just not hitting on all cylinders for me right now.
I completely agree. Completely agree. Anything else about AEW? We kind of bash them a little bit, but I give them credit for a good pay-per-view. He came out in London, and that's a good thing.
The one big spot that I saw was Jon Moxley with the fork to Darby Allin's ear. Now, I'll tell you this much: like, I'm not a wuss. Like, I'm not a prude. I'm not like how could they do something like that? But that's just, it's not for me. It's for people out there. I mean, that's people out there who like that style of wrestling. That's the kind of stuff that turns me off. And if I was AEW right now, two things I would do to become a bigger company. One, I would look to be more affordable with live shows, with pay-per-views. Yeah. You need to reach out. That's the way. You have an awesome roster. There's no way anybody can talk shit about AEW having like stars. They have stars, but I think you have to put your stuff out there where people can see it. And I think you got to make your shows more affordable. WWE is just going up and up and up, and I'm sure we'll cover that later.
Yeah.
I think like you do that, you find a way to get these shows on a streaming platform, and I think more people will see it. But that I don't know, that grossed me out. That turned me off. That's the God's truth.
There's nothing wrong with that. And they seem to, if they did it once in a blue moon in a pay-per-view, I'd be like, okay. But it seems like every pay-per-view they feel they have to do something graphic to do like to draw people in, and I don't get it. I'm not saying I'm not the same as you. When you do it every time, it loses its luster.
I'm cool with some blood. I mean, there was a lot.
Me too.
There was a lot of blood.
That's going to happen all the time. I'm fine with that. But when you got to use forks, yeah.
That was kind of a mistake. But going Abby with the fork in the ring, that's just beyond the point of crazy. And I'm not saying that like he took any liberties on Darby or anything like that. I'm sure both of them knew what was going to happen. But
they're both crazy too.
Especially with what happened with Jon Moxley. I don't even know how long ago that was, where he got all gigged up and like they went bananas about that. I mean,
the spike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. You would have thought they might tone it down after that. But if you feel you have to do that every pay-per-view to get people to come back for TV, I don't get it, but I'm not Tony Khan.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's around his product a lot more than I am. If I watched it every week, I think I could be more critical. I would earn the right to be. But I'll admit, man, I rarely watch it these days. So I'm just kind of reading the news and what I think of it. But I'm not saying, like, how dare they do this?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna get to the WWE. We're gonna get to the Fed. We're gonna get. If people at all chime in, we're happy to go back to it. But it's not looking like that now. It's fine to this little recap episode. Steve, I want to thank you before we even get started on this topic. Is you've kept me in the loop in the last couple of weeks of all the news that's going on WWE. I've been on football and that's starting. So if I didn't have you, I might still not know a few things. But thank you. But yeah, I think we talked about ESPN and WWE.
Okay, yeah, but
let's talk about WrestlePalooza. Gonna be a mega show.
I think that's going to be one of the biggest shows they've done in a long time.
I agree.
They're going to try their best to make it a bigger than WrestleMania deal. Like, it's just, they need to hit on 100 that night.
And they want to throw such a knockout punch to AEW in some capacity, at least.
That's it.
That they're going to make. We were just talking before the show started that potential Triple H, and I don't know how true it is if he said it or not, because I say don't believe everything you read on the internet, that he had said, like, expect a big return. at the show. Could it be Jericho? I think it's going to happen with Jericho now. Like,
I think it's gonna happen. It's just
it's going to happen. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble made sense, but Jericho's a type man. Oh, everybody says Royal Rumble. I'm going to get you somewhere else.
Like, I'm not going to expect much. That's just the God's honest truth. WWE will make Jericho look very good. They will put him in a position, in a spot that
we're going to segue to Chris Jericho talk both of us.
He can be a star. I think what it's going to be
He's got potential.
In 2013, when Rob Van Dam came back in Money in the Bank, he worked a 1-year run. He was in the Money in the Bank match. He wrestled kind of like in the Intercontinental feud. I remember him wrestling Cesaro. I remember him wrestling against Jack Swagger. I mean, they found a spot to put him in that was really, really good.
And Jericho came back that year too.
I don't think Jericho's going to be WWE champion. I don't think.
No.
I think
no one wants that.
Yeah, I think it's just he can wrestle for as long as he wants to, but I'm looking for a 1-year run where if it fizzles out and he's not hot, they can sort of put him on the back burner and let him ride out his mistakes.
Okay, I'm going to say it, but not as intense as you. Jericho's very good at trolling. He's really good. Sometimes you got to watch his tea leaves. Sometimes you just got to watch how he's doing things. But in general, before we even do that, he's already missed pretty much every big show on the AEW calendar this year.
Yeah.
Missed All In. He missed today. Pretty sure he missed Double or Nothing.
The last show I can remember him doing was when he lost the championship to Bandito, the ROH title.
Right. So I've taken note of that because that's not like him. He usually likes to make returns for pay-per-views. I noticed, and maybe I'm overthinking this, I did take note of the picture he tweeted about a week or so ago. It was a tour, an Asian tour they had been on. In the picture it was an old school picture. It was him, Pat Patterson, The Rock, the Dudleys, Stacy Keibler, Tori Wilson, Molly Holly. I know I'm missing somebody else, but he's like, yeah, this was a fun tour. Cool picture I found. I don't know if that, but I listened to that. I think the more and more you hear about it, the more it means something. Now, Jericho's been good at surprise returns over the years. That old school guy. It wasn't like when he came back in 2013 Rumble. We had heard a rumor about it, but we always knew he could come back.
That was when he came in.
When I said before, I was 60, 70% sure he was coming back because we've talked about this before. Even I talked about this before. It was a big thing. I just want to give ourselves a rub here. But I think I'm 85, 90% sure. He's done everything he needs to do in AEW. I don't know what his relationship is with the company now, so I'm not going to speak for him there. I noticed little things with the cruise that we haven't got to book cabins yet. Now, I think he can still do the cruise if he goes back to WWE. And if people say to me, well, Triple H wouldn't let him do it before.
Well, think about this.
It was kind of Vince
number
before.
One. If they would have let the NXT people on the cruise, he never would have went to Japan.
That's quite possible. But think about it now. It's a different time in WWE than it was in 2018.
Yeah.
TKO is all about any type of publicity we could get. If a cruise does it, so be it. And now he could use NXT on the cruise, and he can use TNA on the cruise.
Oh, that's good too.
He could have, and that's just like for the wrestling aspect. He can have some main roster guys just be guests on the ship. He has access to WWE legends now for the cruise that he didn't before. In addition to legends who aren't under WWE deals, who are free to go. So the cruise could still happen. I wouldn't be surprised. Someone from the cruise did right. As far as we know, we're still cruising with Jericho. As far as his wrestling plans, we don't know.
Okay.
So who knows? Who knows? And it's not for another year, the cruise, year in November, so 14 months. So I think he wants to have his farewell in WWE, and there's a lot of meat on the bone for him there if he goes back. He left. He didn't go back to WWE because he was like, I'm just going to go right back into the programs I was before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff he could do there. At AEW, I think he's worked everybody now. I think he kind of ran his course there. And that's not a knock on anybody. So I think it's going to happen. Is it Rumble? I don't know. Is it WrestlePalooza? That'd be cool. Would Jericho want to debut on a night that AEW is running a pay-per-view and kind of do that? Who knows? We'll have to see. But let's keep track of this, because I consider ourselves two big Chris Jericho marks.
That's it. Have you looked into the ESPN DTC app since it launched the other day? I looked at it. I will say that I was reporting some fake news that I heard, and it looks as is if YouTube TV does not have a deal with ESPN for free, I don't know, like free membership or whatever the heck it is. So honestly, for me, what I've been a YouTube TV subscriber for 5 years. I think I'm going to unsubscribe from YouTube TV, and I'm gonna get a Hulu Plus Live TV account. It's the same amount, money for money, but the only thing is that Hulu gives you the free ESPN Unlimited that you're going to use.
Yeah, they do.
So I don't know 100% what everybody's gonna do, but it really looks like if you don't do your homework and figure out what you have to do, you're gonna have to pay $30 to watch these shows.
Yeah, that's a great point. As far as streaming for me I was with YouTube TV for the last couple of years, and I liked them.
I do too.
For me, I wasn't getting local games on it, and the NHL Network, which I like.
Oh, I gotcha.
That was starting to drive me nuts. Not like, oh my god, but like I want to watch a local Panthers game. I couldn't get them. Local Maroons, couldn't get them. So I switched to Fubo.
I think they are one of the companies that gives you an ESPN Unlimited app as well. I'm not 100%.
I'm not sure either. They were under the same umbrella. Yeah, I don't know either.
Telling everybody it was going to be free, and I was 100%.
I haven't seen it, and I just signed up like a week ago.
Okay,
could be there. I know they were under the same umbrella as Hulu, like the same company, but now I don't think they are. So I don't know. I think Hulu is the only one that does the ESPNs included, but that could be with Disney or Disney instead. I don't know.
I gotcha.
So yeah, you have to do your research. It's interesting that I think most companies now are going to Saturday night pay-per-views.
I think that is.
AEW ran today on Sunday.
I hated it at first, but I really think now I like it because the one good
thing
AEW
for that. You can thank AEW for that because they kind of really brought it back.
The one good thing I liked about it is like when a show would end, you would have like, oh well, Raw's tomorrow. We're gonna get an answer for what we got. Now you sort of have that day in the middle.
Right.
But I think it makes the weekend a little bit easier, honestly. It doesn't have to go up against Sunday Night Football, which is going to be coming up and on NBC. That's normally almost the game of the week every week that everybody wants to see. But I like Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. AEW brought that back. Saturday Night Wrestling was the big thing back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. So I think that's a cool thing. So that's it. I'm gonna read up more on the ESPN stuff. I can't say I'm like, oh my god, I gotta find out now. The thing that I find most interesting is we thought, okay, down the line they'll do their first ESPN pay-per-view, and we're like, no, it's a month from now. Wait, what? Out of a pay-per-view they announced kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was just like, bam, we're giving you the show, and it's not the not the first show. It's like from now on.
Yeah, because everybody thought they had 4 months, 4 months to figure it out, learn, and now you're like, no, you got a month, figure it out. But I said this to you, and I stand behind it, man. If I have to go 5 different ways to have to watch WWE, this for that, this for this, and this way for this way, it makes me not want to deal with the product. If it's amazing, I'll deal with it, I guess, but it shouldn't be that complicated to watch WWE.
I get that.
Netflix for Monday, USA for Friday, Peacock for Saturday Night Main Event, ESPN for PLEs. I mean, my God.
How about this though? To be fair, think of your Panthers, think of the Heat, think of your sports teams. Those guys, they got to pay those guys a lot of money. And how they get that money is television rights deals.
100%.
That's the way it works. And I think the wrestlers are going to get paid big time off of this. They've already been getting huger contracts than they've ever got. They're going to get bigger from here on out. So I think only
the business aspect and the money aspect. I'm just talking about as a fan.
Once we get going, I think it'll just be, this is just the way it is, and that's the way it's going to go. People that are going to
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Shows are going to stream the shows. The people who are going to pay for them are going to pay for them, and in the end, the company's going to win. I mean, that's
100%. Even the network. The network was the most confusing thing when it first started because people didn't know about it. I need an Apple TV hookup, or I need.
I went down to the
last. We're conditioned for it. When the first network came out, it was a whole new world we had never seen before.
Yeah,
that world's not an issue now. So I give them credit. They're blazing a trail. I read something today where they might do the WWE draft.
ESPN I saw that too.
Yeah, I'll say they might do it where
Mike Tirico, not Tirico,
bring in ESPN personalities to announce, do the picks and everything. That's cool, man.
Fox, when they first got the Fox deal, they tried to make it bigger doing that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be horrible, and I'm not going to watch it. I just think if you make it bigger than it needs to be, I think it's just going to be a farce.
And the draft isn't what it used to be.
Mm-mm.
These guys show up on every show all the time. It's really like not.
When they normally do a draft, they stick to it for a while, for 10 months or so. They kind of write the rules and say this is the way it's going to be.
Right.
And but right now, I thought LA Knight was a SmackDown guy. He's fighting for the Raw title.
Right.
Like people are kind of showing up wherever they want to.
Roman shows up everywhere. Punk shows up everywhere.
Well, Cody and Roman are always going to show up wherever they're needed to bump something. Like Mania time, Cody was on both shows. He would wrestle on SmackDown, do a promo on Raw.
No, 100%. That's why the draft means nothing now.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, we're flying through the stuff. So, what has been on your mind? You, please, let the people know you have been watching wrestling. You're doing a better job. You keep me in the loop in a lot of ways. What has stood out to you, please? I've been
It really looks like this pay-per-view next Saturday is a lame duck show. It is the last Peacock ordeal. The Naomi's pregnancy last week with her relinquishing the title, taking another match off of the card. They're probably going to have a woman's match. I think that's why they're doing Roxanne versus Rhea tomorrow on Raw, to get Roxanne a win over Rhea, and then that they could have a 4-way. But only having 4 matches on the card as of right now. They got big stars on them, but it's kind of just like I'm Mr. WWE, and I'm not even really excited about it.
And that says a lot, because between the two of us, I tend to say it sometimes. I haven't watched the product. It's been tough. You gut it out in ways. So for you to say that, yeah. But the rumor is that Naomi's unborn child is going to get booked better than Drew McIntyre.
I think two of the matches on this show directly are going to impact WrestlePalooza. I mean, the Cena match is a Cena match. I think Brock will show up. But, I mean, the World Heavyweight Championship match, that match doesn't really matter, because I bet they're doing Punk versus Rollins on WrestlePalooza. And then, what was the other match I was thinking? The Roman versus Bronson Reed. Roman's going to beat Bronson, and then he'll probably fight Braun at WrestlePalooza. He's working his way up to getting to Rollins. So, yes. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I know I talk crap about not caring about AEW show, and now I'm like, hey, we got a pay-per-view next Saturday. But I don't know. I think it's going to be watchable, but it's not going to be great.
I'm with you. I think they wanted to do international around this time, and France blew the doors off the place last year.
Yeah.
They earned another trip back there.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is just a thank you for last year. And they want to go international frequently.
Oh, as a reminder for anybody out there, Monday Night Raw on Netflix tomorrow is 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you set your alarm to go off early. I'm going to listen to it while I'm at work. It's my probably favorite thing.
It's crazy is they had the college football game in Dublin yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Before was SmackDown in Dublin. I'm like, I know there were some Kansas State or Iowa State fans at SmackDown. I don't know. I would have gone as much as I love WWE, because I probably would have been caught up in the festivities of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of cool. They had all that stuff there.
Oh yeah.
And I think they wanted to be in Europe this weekend because AEW was in Europe this weekend.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they don't mess around like that. I mean, so they just know what they're a little more cutthroat. This group. We thought.
And Peacock blocked them. They would not let them have the Saturday night's main event on the 30th to go up against World's End. So they're going to be going live on the 13th, which I think is a better day in the long run, anyways. For Cena's last match on Peacock in December.
Interesting. So, man, awesome segue because I was going to bring this up to you. I can't take credit for this idea. I wish I could.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you caught the segment. Jonathan Coachman on his podcast came up with the best idea ever.
Mm-hmm.
He had Nick Nemeth on his show, and Nemeth loved the idea and really expounded on it. But basically, they were talking about Cena's last match. And so they were saying, who gets the call for that? And we talk about a call. And Nemeth was saying that idea. And then Coachman goes, well, I got an idea. Why not have a gauntlet match? 6 or 7 guys from Cena's past, present, whatever, come in the ring, and each 2-3 minutes or whatever, and you can kind of have a full circle send off.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it, and like my light switch, and I said, that is beyond brilliant. And then Nemeth said, wouldn't that make sense to have The Rock be the last one, the final boss, come out, and they close that chapter of what's been going on now, and plus the pat. And I said, oh, and then you can surprise everybody. I love the idea. Like, love it.
After seeing Untold, that guy's never coming back. I mean,
I just said this idea that I loved.
I love it. I love it too. But I any rumor that says like The Rock wrestling at WrestleMania 42, I don't even click it. I just keep moving down the thing. Like I don't know. I've soured so much on that.
I'm the king of that. And I just had the idea, and I like that idea.
When Undertaker was gonna have they were trying to figure out what Taker's last match was gonna be, or when I might have even been before the Brock match, and we were trying to figure out what he could do at Mania. I liked the idea of having a gauntlet match of Undertaker guys coming down trying to beat the streak, even have the old guys come running down there for at least to have one shot at WrestleMania greatness. I thought that'd be fun. To me, I think it's going to be Brock. I think we're set up for Cena versus Brock for the rest of the year. They would do the WrestlePalooza match in September. I don't think there's the PLE in October. They would do Survivor Series in November, and then the Saturday night's main event in December. I don't know. They haven't done booking like that in WWE as of late, where like it used to be, you got a feud. The feud lasted for 3 months because it went over 3 pay-per-views. But I kind of think that's what they're doing. That's my guess.
Right. Yeah, I mean they did Cody Brock like that,
and
it worked well. I'm fine either way. I mean, I'm not I know John's going to get to do what John wants to do, and he's earned the right for that.
I really thought that I liked the run, loved the run. I didn't think he was going to be champion. God honest truth, but I thought he'd be putting over guys more. I remember the Cena run where he was the United States champion and he had the open challenge, and he kind of had a lot of matches on TV against guys that weren't getting booked by creative at the time. Just I felt like he walked in the room and it was like, I want to wrestle Cesaro tonight. I want to wrestle Ryder tonight. I want to wrestle, TJ Wilson. I forgot his freaking wrestling name though. Then just
Tyson Kidd, come on.
You give these guys a chance. Oh, Tyson Kidd, dang. You give these guys a chance, they can work a main event style match. These guys know how to wrestle. That's why they're here. That looks like they're no good because you aren't writing for them. I felt like that's what the open challenge was back in the day.
No, I agree. I've seen him win heel, so he deserved to win some matches. He took one for the company there, even though he liked the idea. That was a way to have him. He wins before he leaves, and not be a parody of his old self. I like the run he's had, and I was the guy who didn't care that it was his last year.
Let's just not do Angle versus Baron Corbin WrestleMania. Let's not have them go out like that.
It's also 2019. But those are great points. Anything else in your mind?
Not a whole bunch, man. I just
This
I
is like
haven't
a little recap show tonight of
make
stuff.
sure
Yeah.
that I can get that ESPN deal, but it says on the I'm sorry, it says on the
If
Hulu.
you get an ESPN deal, can I join you
Oh, come on in.
on the show? No, on the show.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get an ESPN TV show. I want to join you.
You're going to be on like Tuesday morning at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. slot, baby. But no, yeah. Thank you for coming on. Tonight was just a little quick recap. I don't think. Okay, maybe some of the storylines are a little dull because it's the fall in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But from we're gonna not bring it pay-per-view standpoint, that's not the case. Clash of the Castle, I don't think was intended to be a throwaway pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
It's now become that. But that pay-per-view could deliver. You never know.
Yeah, I bet.
The crowd's gonna be nuts there.
I'm just looking at it as like we're just trying to get to next month. We need next month to be great. Let's just do that.
Yeah, no, it feels like they're kind of in cruise control.
Uh-huh.
They want to hit WrestlePalooza out of the park. I love the name, by the way. I love the name. It's an old Coliseum video name. But Steve, anything else, man?
I'm all good, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Thanks for coming on short notice, buddy.
I'd rather do it than not do it at all. We got to keep these people entertained.
That's true. That's true. You do a good job of that, man. But yeah, Steve, you've been great with my schedule. Thank you. Not that I'm the busiest guy ever, but like it's we like football stuff going on, so I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I got you, man.
And thanks for keeping me in the loop by text also what's going on. So yeah, that's it for now. AEW, from what I hear, another solid pay-per-view. I'm sure the crowd in London was insane. WWE, when we think they're going slow in cruise control, they tend to do something lately that will go, wow, okay. I just think from storylines, it's been a little slow. But as far as action of events coming up and big news outside of the ring, man, they are operating on all cylinders right now.
That's it. Oh, but by the way, like, did you see that a part of the? I don't know how long they're gonna do it for, but on Friday night they covered SmackDown like it was a Heat game. They just flat out told you the results. They had the holy moly guy, whatever his name is, the Joe, whatever name,
Tessitore.
He came on and he just like ran down what happened on SmackDown, just on ESPN Sports Center. I don't think ESPN has given coverage like that to WWE in a long time.
No, probably not since WrestleMania in Dallas, the one you went to.
Oh, okay.
They were live on location all day.
That's WrestleMania. This was just a normal SmackDown.
True. There's a difference there.
Paul knocked out John Cena. Like,
no. You heard they had to reshoot that scene?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's so cool that we get to see it live. Like, even when it's like over there across the country.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
The Becky segment in the beginning of the show, I should have said it earlier, man. I thought it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
She was so good.
Yeah.
And she's always good, but man, she nailed that one. Anything else, Steve?
I'm all good, man.
I'm good too. Thank you. If anybody watches this later, man, give us some of your thoughts in the comments. If you're catching this later, we had said we were just going to do a little recap of what was going on. It wasn't meant to be like an in-depth type of show. So from me, from Stevie B, what's last in your mind, man? What's your last thought now, wrestling-wise, man? You're going to close the show.
Okay. I know that you booked your room. Is a 5% ticket increase going to change your mind on going to WrestleMania?
Quite possibly, yes.
Really? All right.
Increase? Yeah. I thought I paid a crazy amount last year. Or this year. Sorry, this year. But I said, man, it's Vegas. It could be my last Mania. Yeah, it could.
I get that.
Because Vegas has so many other expenses once you're there.
I like to say that one of the reasons why I'm just throwing up the X saying I'm not going is because we went to Vegas last year. We kind of saw everything that I wanted to see, but ticket prices was definitely number two. I mean,
yeah, no, it's one for me because I always love going to Vegas.
People are like making a big deal about the $70,000 front row seats. Like if ticket prices were the prices they were for WrestleMania 7, we would all try to sit front row.
100%.
But even if they were the prices of 10 years ago, we all weren't sitting front row. Like, come on,
That's
man.
so true. Yeah. It's always in an exclusive area. It's true. I just remember I used to go to UFC fights all the time in Vegas. Always had a good time.
Yeah.
It's like that for me at WWE. There's going to be so many cool events in the city. I mean, I'm not going just because it's Vegas. That's a big part. But ticket prices are ridiculous these days.
I get that.
But I'm not against going. But I mean, I had a great time in Vegas last year. This year. I see why they're going back there. The wrestlers loved it. The fans loved it. They made a lot of money there.
Yeah. But I just feel bad for New Orleans. They have a deal that got pushed back. They got money in the bank instead, and a promise of like we'll get back to you. Indianapolis, they signed that 3-year deal where they got a Rumble, a SummerSlam, and a WrestleMania. I really think that they're going to get the bump as well.
I think when Nashville gets their new stadium,
when they had
that's a great location.
I think they had SummerSlam there.
I was there.
Dream. I mean, Nashville's a nice city. I would like to see
great city, and it's right by all the action.
There you go.
Like Vegas, which fans love. If you're staying right there, you're near it. I mean, everything is right there in Nashville, kind of like Vegas. So that's why I think it'd be a good place. It was a successful SummerSlam there. It's an older stadium for football, but as far as the action in the town, yeah. Mm-hmm. So right now, yeah, it would make me think twice. But I don't know. I did it also this year because I thought the product was just so incredible.
I gotcha.
And I can say I was at Cena's last match at Mania.
Oh,
what's that?
That's it.
Okay, man. Thank you, everyone. And man, keep us abreast of your thoughts as well in the comments, man. We'd love to hear them.
Easy money.
Boom.